Good morning. Am I here? Am I there? Are we
You
everywhere?
are.
Hi, Curtis.
Hey,
How are you? I
excellent.
like how we're like opposite. I got like a bright, colorful shirt on with a dark background, and you've got a dark shirt on with a bright, colorful background.
There you go.
What does your shirt say? This is my
This is my lazy shirt. It's a Smurf. Hold on. There you go.
lazy Smurf. Nice,
Yep.
very nice.
Yep.
Well, folks, it's episode 196. We're not so counting tonight. We have 4 episodes to go until episode dos hundredo. That's not words people say. But there we are. How are you tonight, Curtis?
Excellent. I'm excited about tonight. I'm excited about 200. It's gonna be fun. We got a lot of great stuff coming, and prizes. Who doesn't like prizes?
Yes. Prizes are fun. But we have a guest waiting backstage. So let's get into the chat and say hi to everybody and then bring our guest out.
Okay. Starting out, we got Freaks Figures. We've got Blake, aka Recon Rage, out there. Couple, about a little less than a month now till the Pack Northwest meetup. Make sure you're getting all your attire. You can get your pens there at the show. Go see some beautiful Northwest and some beautiful people. So,
what are they going to do with tires?
Probably kick them
and light them.
There you go. No, you don't light the tires. You light the fires.
Oh, right. That was
unless you're Stacy Lynn, then you flip the tires.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you saw that, but she was doing some tire flipping this weekend. So
I did not see that. I can imagine.
Yeah, she was flipping them like a maniac. Said last year at this time when she was flipping the tires was very hard. This year she was kicking their ass. So, which leads to the question: where's the ass of a tire? It was a long debate this weekend. I don't know that I firmly have an answer, but she kicked it. Wherever the ass of the tire is, she kicked it. So,
okay.
We got JMax77 here. We got Mark, aka Crom316, in the chat. Jesse Marshall. Got Dave working. Hey, hi, ho, ho, hello. Changing it up on us. Keep me on my toes. Got Hayes EHL here. Hayes, condolences. Moment of silence, Jesse. He joined the ranks of the Off-World group. So, yeah. So
hope you survived the experience.
Yeah, sorry about that. Brian Lynn is here. Says 55 days till CarverCon. Shirts are available for pre-order now, right now. So, speaking of the tire ass kicker, she's here. We've also got Tanya McCoy in the chat. Hope to see both of those ladies this Wednesday, as well as maybe you, Jesse, because it is a Wednesday with no Jeremy on Mythic Conversations, which means we're going to be doing some live painting. So, yeah. William Husted is here.
Well, I dropped out of my Korean classes, so I'll probably be there.
Nice. I mean, not nice that you dropped out, but nice that you'll be there.
I need to break so I can focus better. I'm on a delay. Dang it.
Well, I'm still working through the names if you want to try to pop out and back in. I got Ty here. We got James Studio Susamudio. Darla Ackerman, I know her. She's right over there. She's actually sitting in my seat because it's closer to the charger. Because last time I was on a show, she ran her battery completely dead and had to just sit over there and listen because her battery was out of juice. So, Jen, aka Lucky Sprinkles, is here. We got I Am in the House. Kem Pop is here. Twizzler19. We got Cincy John here. We did it at the same time. Michael Morales. MJ Staten. Kevin Maboots. Tuna Mater is here. Chris Sartori. Kevin McCoy in the chat. Ryan Colwell. Stilt B Studios. Alan says, get to paint with Jesse. Well, not this Wednesday because you said you're not going to be here, Alan. So you're going to be on your way to the tuna world place or whatever. The Moe's Tuna World, Moe's Tunaverse. I don't know. Wherever that thing is in California with the Masters. You can't hear you. You're muted or your mic's not working or something. Yeah. Guaisagway's here. Oh, the next Wednesday.
Am I still lagging?
No, you might be. I don't know. Let's try this. 1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.
Very big lag. Huge lag. Alan says the next Wednesday. Yes, perhaps the next Wednesday, if Jesse is able to join us, then you will be able to paint with Jesse. And then we've got another Morales. We got Paul Morales with us. So, and I think that is everybody in the chat. Right now, it's just me. And folks, let me tell you, 200 coming up. We're gonna have some prizes. We're gonna have some cool stuff. We're gonna have some guests, special guest. You're not gonna want to miss it. 200 is gonna be pretty awesome. It's pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. I don't know. I think other than Jeremy's show, I think we're gonna be the first one to hit 200 in the community. So pretty awesome stuff. Jesse is here. His hands are in the air. Let's try it again, Jesse. 1,
so
2, 3.
I wasn't going to click anything. 4, 5, 6.
Like a 10-second delay. I don't know what's going on tonight. Yeah. I don't know.
Literally nothing else open.
I don't know. Might be a restart the computer kind of time. Oh, now you got like green flashes on your camera. That was weird. That was crazy.
How about now?
Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.
About a 4-second delay. It's not terrible. So Alan says only 2 seconds on his end. So I guess maybe we're good. All right. Let's see. I think that is everybody in the chat. Already told them 200 is going to be awesome. They're not going to want to miss it. Tunamator says never 4 seconds. So maybe it's part on my end. I don't know. Maybe I need to tell Darla to get off the phone, charge your phone and get off of it. I don't know. All right. Well, we do have a guest, Jesse. See, now he's completely like, look at that. Look, here, let me embiggen him. Look at it. Look at that face. Look at that face. Come on, folks. That's a delay. I don't care what clock you're using. That's a delay. Okay. Like, is somebody timing this now? Mr. 2 seconds, Mr. Never 4 seconds. Are you guys timing that? I mean, come on. Now he's not even on the screen. Like, I don't know. But we have a guest. Normally I would wait for Jesse, but who knows? Who knows what Jesse's going to do? And we'll bring on our guest. We got Jared Beerman of Beerman Photography here. What's going on, sir?
That's enjoying my Sunday. How about yourself?
Doing good. Just waiting for Jesse to be here with us. Does he have goth eyeliner on? Me or Jesse? I don't know. I've always been told I have long eyelashes. I have people tell me that, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with that information. So, I've even had people tell me that women kill for my eyelashes, and I'm like, I still don't know what to do with that information. So, I don't know. Let's take a look right now. Let's look at these eyelashes. No, I don't know. They don't look crazy long to me. They're the normal eyelashes I've had my whole life, but I don't know. Whatever. G says hello. So there you go. Oh, he said it was Jesse. So we'll take a look when Jesse gets back and see if he's wearing what we would call guy liner. So we'll take a look. Let's see. 200. I want to see in the chat, what kind of things would you guys like to see from a guest standpoint, from a giveaway standpoint? what would be things that you would say, hey, that is an awesome 200 episode? So let us know in the chat what you think. We've got Dead Man says hello to you, sir.
I know, Dead Man. What's going on?
Jesse says, if I can see your eyelashes, I'm too close. So there you go. Need to have long eyelashes to make those paintbrushes. That's true. That's true. Jesse, we did have a question while you were gone. Are you in fact wearing eyeliner?
No.
Okay. I don't know how much of that was delay, folks, and how much was that him thinking of the question. I'm not sure, but yeah. But we're going to go. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and keep pushing forward. We start the show with a little segment called Shelf Selections. This is where Jesse and I, throughout the week, found things that inspired us on Instagram, and we took little snippets of it, threw them on here for us to look at and talk about and promote these folks. So Alan says it's a shadow from his glasses. There you go. So, all right, here we go. First one is one of my picks. This is Art of Garduno. And this, miraculously, you'd have to go and take a look at it. It's a bunch of, he has all reels. So this wasn't like a photo that I could clip. So I had to take it from a reel. All of these are done in color pencil. Crazy.
No way.
Crazy. If you go and watch the reels, he's got amazing art, a lot of really cool pictures, and you can actually see the process of him doing this in color pencil. It's freaking wild.
That's amazing. I would have thought that was like box art or something. Like that's so talented.
It's really, really cool. So check that out. Art of Garduno. So yeah, it's a really cool Instagram. I think we've featured him once or twice before on here. A lot of pop culture type things. But like even watching the reels, like I can't even imagine how much time goes into something like this. This is crazy. Let's see. He says, about you knowing Beerman. Okay. All right. Jared, what do you think about this one?
I'm blown away that that's colored pencil. The detail on it, like I thought it was, a advertisement print or something like that. But the fact that someone drew that blows me away. That's amazing.
Pretty crazy. I'm going to go ahead and skip the next one, which would be Jesse's, and go to my next one, which is Nutty_Bakas. With this amazing Mandalorian photo. This is just an outdoor photo. This is not for a scene from the newest movie coming out. This is not a clip from any of the shows. And it is wild, man. Like this looks so realistic. But once again, got a cool behind the scenes where he's kind of showing the setup and stuff. Great spot for an outdoor shot. Like, a lot of it I think is timing the lighting when you're doing an outdoor shot. And I think a lot of it is finding a really good spot. And this is both. And it looks fantastic. The posing, the lighting, everything. So great work. This looks amazing. And it makes me want to see the movie even more. So, Jared?
I just love the use of the foreground there. It leads you right into the figure. And usually like the lack of sky, like that's a big portion of his photo that's blank, but it works really well with how detailed the foreground is. So I think he set this up for an excellent shot.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love like the light bouncing off of those rocks and stuff. Like just fantastic.
Yeah, and I think that might be the Hot Toys version. So that armor's got a good shine to it.
It didn't look that big, but
let
me pull it up. It looked like a 1/12, but let me see if I can pull that up real quick while we got time.
I was looking at the wrong leg armor because I have that guy over here. And
that's fantastic.
Legs, so yeah.
Let me see. Where is that?
Yeah, the leg armor's different. So
Yeah, it definitely looks 1/12. I just don't know which 1/12 it is, but he does have a behind the scenes on it, so you can go take a look and let me know,
nice.
folks. Let me know what you think it is. But let me see. Does it say in this one? No, it doesn't say what it is. It says what kind of camera and stuff, which I have no idea. It's like reading gibberish, but does not say which figure it is. So there you go. Oh, he's saying Kevin says it's a brand new figure from the movie release. There you
Gotcha.
go.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. That looks great.
All right, we'll skip to my next one. This is the Krakenshire. This is a miniature. I've been seeing a lot more miniatures pop up. I've been doing after shooting the shelf, been doing Toy Hammer After Dark with Wraith Mace and Blake and Carlos. And I think my algorithm is starting to throw more like Warhammer miniatures and different kinds of miniatures in there. I saw this one come up and I really loved not only the like electric blue kind of gradient on this, but all the webbing and everything. And then the blade parts like really have a nice reflection as if they're metal, but they're not painted as metal. So yeah, this one I thought was really cool. So welcome back, Jesse.
Hello.
How's it going? You were that was like spot on. What do you think of this one, Jesse?
This is really cool. I'm gonna have nightmares about this thing, but the skill and the paint and the craftsmanship of sculpt, paintwork, everything about it is top tier awesome.
Jared?
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on the glow and the blades, Curtis. They both have something great to look at, and I keep going back and forth. So yeah, this is an incredible piece of work for sure.
Love it. Jesse, I went through a few of my pictures. I skipped yours, so I'm going to just give you a quick chance to hit up this one. Thoughts on this one?
It looks like a still from.
It does look like a still from a.
I'm about to punch my computer in the fucking face.
It's very apropos that as we're nearing 200, that your computer is doing what it did in order for us to start this whole journey, because we're having some lag issues before I joined the show. So I think it's just nostalgia is what's going on here. So
well, it can nostalgia not. It's an awesome shot.
How about this one? I don't know if you caught this or if you heard while I was talking, but this was all done with color pencil. Knowing that and seeing this, what do you think?
I hate this guy. No, I don't. That's just pure colored pencil jealousy. Like colored pencil is my favorite coloring medium to use, and nothing I've ever done has looked a 100th of the quality of this. Ever. Everybody was always like, "Oh, why'd you use colored or crayons?" I'm like, I didn't. This blew me away. I was like, "Oh, dang, Curtis picked another AI thing." And then I saw the name. I was like, "Nope. I know that name. That's definitely not AI." So yeah, this is amazing, beautiful. I love. It's got like every color in the rainbow.
Very vibrant. Yeah,
I love it.
All right, so now we'll hit the two of yours that we skipped. So here's this one. Go ahead.
So this is from star underscore something. Scar, excuse me.
Scar underscore 3448.
This is I don't no idea which Metroid figure this is, and I think that's like a Biolante or however you say it from Godzilla up in the effect, and I'm pretty sure that's a Extreme Sets, like the cardboard dioramas, one of the variations.
Oh wow!
It's I love the colors, I love the lighting. I just think it's a really interesting, like dynamic upshot. It's really really cool.
Jared.
Yeah, I like that the fog that they're using or smoke from where the alien is leaking out down into the bottom of the photo. It just gives it a really good atmosphere.
Yeah, I love this. I've not seen that Metroid figure, but the reflection on that, man, that is like striking. That's really good. Also, this was an account that I was not following before, but now I am, because that's what we do, folks. When we see a new account that we're not following, that's cool, we follow it, and then it makes our Instagram account that much cooler. And maybe if he keeps posting awesome photos, maybe Jesse will follow him as well.
I did. I'm probably not following the other tagged people in the photo.
That's kind of what I figured, but I wanted to give you shit. All right. Next one from Jesse is this one.
So this is Vic_geek_. I think we had one of her pictures on for the first time last week. The Tharnog, and I saw this one with are these the Medi toys or not Medi toys? The I don't know which turtles they are, but they're freaking cool. They just look like they're having a great time eating pizza, playing video games, and I kind of want to go back to the 90s before I had responsibilities and live like this.
And great choice of turtles for this one, like, because it does, like, it always felt like Donnie and Mikey were the two that were, the most laid back, like, just chilling. I could see them just sitting around playing video games and eating pizza. Raph's out being mad somewhere, and Leo's fucking reading a book or doing some nerd shit. So yeah, this is cool. Jared.
Yeah, I love the little diorama pieces that they use. It really adds like a whole nother layer to the photo, like the pizza box and
layer. I see what you did there. Turtles layer. Yeah, very cool stuff. I don't know where you get all those little, like the 2-liter bottle and I don't know if they made those or if you buy those somewhere, but that's cool. Even like the little, like the TV stand and TV and the boom box and stuff. It's a lot of cool little stuff.
Dollhouse stuff from like Michael's, Hobby Lobby, places like that.
Oh, cool. And then this is your next one, Jesse.
This is one, I don't know how I missed this at MesquiteCon, but apparently this was one that Ange did from Dang Studios.
Dang.
I really like this. Is that forearm torso from, I think it was from Wolf King. I'm not sure where the head camera, but I thought this was really cool, and I can't believe I missed it at the show. But it just looks really cool, and Ange always does some killer customs. So
yeah, Ange doesn't. I don't think she has a lot of time that she is either has available or that she puts towards customizing. So she doesn't. Her output is not ridiculously high, but the stuff that she does is fantastic. Like every single custom that she's done, I've been blown away by. And I believe this one, if I remember the story right from talking to Dusty, it's like it was coming up. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm trying to minimize my screen.
If I remember right from talking to Dusty, it was like it was coming close to Muskegon, and she was not going to be there because she had a wedding to attend to. And I think he was just like, hey, Muskegon's coming up. Like, don't you think you should be doing a custom or something? And like, so she had to kind of like put something together like fairly quickly. And then she whips out this amazing thing. So yeah, this is awesome. So Jared?
How dark the figure is against the really bright wings. It's a great combination of colors there.
Did everything cut out?
I can hear you, Jesse.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we all cut out. I think StreamYard might be having a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, Jared.
Oh no, I was all set.
Okay. Dusty said this one sold early to Kirby at the show, so it was gone. Okay. Well, that explains why I didn't see it.
Well, and that means that Kirby got the first Ange custom that wasn't bought by Jesse or myself. Because up till now, all of her customs have been purchased or owned by Shooting the Shelf. So, all right. Let's see. Going to my next one. Okay. I told myself this week I was not going to show a J photo because I've been showing a bunch of his shit. And then he pulls this out, which is like a custom that he did before he was in the Legions community. And I was like, dude, I fucking love this. I can't not show this. So I really want to spread the love. I want to give some other people a chance, but this was fucking fantastic. I love the purple fart. It's great. So awesome job there. Jared?
Yeah, his color work is it stands by itself. So I'm not surprised at all that he went so vibrant with the purples, but he's one of the best color users for paint that I've seen. So this is amazing.
Jesse?
Yeah, this is great. I love this take on Nightcrawler. It's given me what was that one video game from where the guy ran around and he had like the shawl over his face and he would like pull it down and like
I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of it.
He was like a fallen angel or something.
It's gonna drive me nuts. It was like on the PlayStation, right? Like that was
yeah
first gen.
But it maybe, but whatever it is, it makes me think of that. But like in a Nightcrawler, I think it's really fun. I was looking at this and I was trying to figure out where those parts came from. Legacy of Kain. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yep.
Thank you, Alan. But yeah, I love the colors. Yeah, very.
But
cool.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care this next week if Jay does the best custom that anybody's ever done in the history of customs. I am not showing it as a shelf selection next week because he's an overachiever and he's going to get a big head. So regardless of what he does this week, I ain't showing shit of his next week. There you go. Jesse?
This is off the shelf pictures. I have no idea what these figures are. I just thought this was a really fun. I just thought it was a fun shot. You know, it's like, I don't know, like weird, like 70s anime future punk cowboy couple in a flying car. I don't know. It's awesome.
When you first pulled this up, I thought that was Edward Furlong there on the right. And I was like, what the hell movie is this that I missed back then? Interesting. I like the posing. The figures are definitely cool looking. The nice soft goods and stuff. I don't know what these are. I have no frame of reference, but cool. Jared?
Yeah, I don't know what the figures are either, but I think that they posed it really well. Like it looks like they're legit mid stride, which is a pretty hard pose to hit sometimes. So I think they did an excellent job in the execution.
For sure. Next is one of mine. This is our good buddy from the Euro Boys. Also our from our Ted Lasso group that we have. Love me some John Caulfield, and he did this custom, which the figure itself, cool figure, looks awesome. That shield, fucking amazing. That shield is like from World of Warcraft. I'm getting like Illidan vibes. The gradient of the yellow to the green is really well done. And you know, I guess the cojones to take a shield that is very limited as far as distribution of it, and just totally repaint it like this. Like, I don't know that I'd be able to do that to a part this rare. But it looks fantastic. He did an awesome job. So good job, John. Jared?
That shield, especially in the middle photo, it almost looks like kind of mist or fog coming right off that, and to achieve that just through the painting is fantastic.
Jesse?
Yeah, this guy is giving me Scaphoid Slayer vibes. Like he's like, or not, maybe not Scaphoid himself, but like of his. I can't remember what the name of his group was, or like the others like him. But yeah, and using that Aether shield, I know that's got to be a lot of fun to paint with all the details and the textures on that. And he did a fantastic. I love how I'm going to use one of your favorite big words, Curtis. How that green. Yellow to green to purple like juxtaposes the orange and reds of the Dragon Man.
Yeah. This shield is from the Gorgo 2 2-pack. So you have to first, the 2-pack was available from the video game that we shall not talk about. And so, A, it was from a Kickstarter. B, it was only sold in a 2-pack. So to take that piece and to paint it, like I said, you have to really know that you're committed to what you want to do here. And he just did a great job. So next, Jesse.
This is from BC Squatchman. This is, of course, my favorite, or tied for first favorite, Legion's figure, Thistlethorn. Just in a casual dual wielding pose, like, hey, come at me. And I just thought it was a lot of fun. And there's outdoor stuff. So, yeah.
Jared.
That's a really nice, relaxed pose. The pose itself just conveys a lot through that photo. So really, really well done shot.
Also, I did find this. I knew we had it in the banner somewhere. So if anybody needed to know, there you go. You know, I've said it before. Obviously, being with Jesse on the show through nearly 200 episodes at this point, I've seen a lot of Thistlethorn photos. And it really, you would think by this time I would be sick of it, but I'm really not, because I've grown to appreciate this figure so much, because something about that head sculpt, regardless of if you have him like fighting somebody or running in fear or relaxing or whatever, it feels like the face morphs to whatever the environment of the photo is. Like he has so much, like, just, I don't know, energy and like just the emotion of it. And so regardless of what you have him doing, like, you can make him look several different ways, even though the face doesn't change. The face sculpt stays the same. He doesn't need like an expressive open mouth head or anything like that. But I've just really grown to appreciate this figure. It is super, super cool. So what you got there, Jesse? Oh, is that Cam?
Yeah, Dylan said very cam coded. And yeah, I don't, the camera's just not focusing, but yeah, there's
throw a hand behind it. There you go, right there. Yeah, very nice.
I trimmed her crest down and added some extra sculpting so it wouldn't be 100% the same as Thistlethorn, but yeah.
But yeah, I love this figure. It is so photogenic. This would be an excellent version too. Like, if they did a Legacies of this, I could see that doing very well. So, although we don't have any other Fuzz Monks yet, so I kind of would rather get some more Fuzz Monks rather than a version 2 of this, but whatever, I'll take whatever I can get.
I'm standing by my theory that the Fuzz Monks are waiting beyond what we know as mythos.
I hope so. Next is one of mine. It would not be a shelf selection week if I didn't throw some Mess Toy Spider-Man in here, because I think for the money, there is no better thing that you can purchase as a toy collector right now than a Mess Toy Spider-Man for $35. The value, the articulation, the photogenicness of this, the posability, like these things are freaking good. And I cannot say it enough. And I this shot here, I love the different poses that you get out of these. They're so good, man. They are Mafex or better quality for $35. You can't beat it. So this is I'm gonna really butcher this. Gregorius Suartoyo. There you go. This was a new one for me. Blow it up on your phones, folks, and go and follow this account because it got some awesome stuff. Don't try to type it based on what I just said, because I don't know what the fuck I just said. Jesse.
These poses are freaking awesome. Like the Superior Spider-Man, like doing almost like the butt up in the air crawl over, just makes me giggle because of comic book stuff. But I love how unique and different, like, the personalities of these characters are coming through in the poses. And I like that it's like a bright, sunny, like, shot behind them. I think that's a really cool, we get a lot of like dark, intense stuff, or night skies, or, you know, the full city and stuff. But I like that there's so much clear sky behind them.
Yep. Jared.
Yeah, I had no idea those figures were $35. I might need to look into that. That's some insane pose that you can get with them. As Jesse said, that sun really makes a big difference. I think that really brings the photo together really well. But great poses on the character. And I like the top of the building's a little on an angle. I think it just makes it a lot nicer shot.
And got a couple things. So first, I did just hear from Stacy Lynn, sorry, proper respect, who said that Brian would like to give away a CarverCon shirt on the show. So we will do that as soon as shelf selections are over. But before we do that, while we're talking about these Mess Toy Spider-Man, I did want to take this little photo that I shot of. So this morning on New to Mythics, we were talking about kind of like how you deal with space constraints in your collection and things like that. And one of the things that I said was I have these like little kind of catered like collections. So like I've got one box that's just classified, right? One box of a Billy bookshelf, one that's for turtles. And if it doesn't fit in that box, so if I get something new, something's got to come out kind of thing. I wanted to show, this is one I shared with the Off-World boys. I haven't posted this anywhere. But this is my Spider-Man collection there. And like I said, I just absolutely love these things. So
why is John Cena in there?
That is not John Cena. That is Todd McFarlane himself.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, I'd have two Mafex figures in there. The Symbiote Spider-Man, the regular one are Mafex, and then the other three are Mess Toys. I've got another Mess Toy that's upstairs as well. So, but absolutely love these little things. So, all right. Next from Jesse.
This is from Toy Mirth. I suppose I could have cropped this all the dead space there, but I'm lazy. Bodvar, just catching a fish in a river. I mean, come on. Like I love this so much. Like I don't know how many times I've seen like actual like National Geographic or like wildlife photographers do shots like this, and it just made me so happy to see this like done in toy form. I absolutely adore this picture.
Trevor, I did not use the bare feet. I do have shoes on my Todd because
bare feet right there.
Yeah, bare feet in the picture. This is 2 weeks in a row that you've had a cool Bodvar photo. Last week we had the Yogi Bear one. This one is another cool. Like I wouldn't have thought that we were going to get a Bodvar catching a fish, but it's really cool. I love the shot. I love the just the way that this looks. It's pretty awesome. So, Jared.
They set this up really well, especially with the waterfall in the back. It really paints the picture of it's a bear in the middle of the woods catching a fish, which is what they were going for. It's just a great setup.
Did you ever see that old commercial where it's like the guy fishing?
You're gonna have to give us more than that.
There's a commercial. No, it's like an aerial shot down at like a stream. It looks like it's in British Columbia or somewhere like Canada. And this bear like comes out of the trees and it's like putting its head down to the water. And like out of nowhere, this guy comes up and just starts like attacking the bear. And then the bear like rears up and starts doing like kung fu moves.
Okay.
And I remember. I don't even remember. I want to say it was for like, I think it was for like tuna or something. Like it was for like fish but like it was like a person in a bear suit that was before AI, and it definitely wasn't CG, but like it was like far enough away that you could just see like they did really good at making it look like a bear until it stood up and it does like the leg shuffle where it, it's like it was just really funny.
Kung Fu Grizzly. All right. Alan says, I think he's throwing that fish back to live out his life. I don't know that bears do that. So next is one of my picks. This is Toy Immersion, and man, I love this so much. I honestly, if I was going to change one thing about this, I would have switched out the nymph Terrell for Belualith, just because she supposedly, according to the lore, controls like the Terpiguli and stuff, and I think that would have made this absolutely perfect. But that being said, Torchlight, you got the nice cool Dio stuff in the background, the angle of the shot, I believe we call that the Dutch oven. of the shot. Is that right? I think
it's called the Danish corner.
Okay. And then the posing on this trapeculi, like the walking pose with the knees really bent to kind of give that really kind of short and stocky look. I so much love this. This is just super cool. It's really awesome. So, Jesse,
I love all that. The thing that caught my attention the most is the foot, the way that right foot forward on the trapeculi is like up, so it's like just bouncing on the heel of the foot, and then the water reflection below, like it just, giving that reflection up just adds such a depth to the world. This is a really cool shot, and I love that he went with one of the different trail heads, not like the nymph or the trail, like the normal like quote unquote official heads. Like I thought that's a really cool look for a cool character, and it feels like it's like something out of like some weird like Hellboy meets Sherlock Holmes setting story or something.
Yeah. Jared,
I was gonna bring up that water. It looks like it's in a dank dungeon in a basement or something, and it's conveyed really well, because I'm sure this is an indoor setup, so to bring water into it is not something you usually see. And I just realized there's water dripping off the fingers on that, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's almost like his hand was just dragging on the ground or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Jesse,
this is from Toy Photo Guy and 4 others. Every time I look at the shot, I have to like readjust my eyes, because I think she's like mid action and has like a beer stein in her hand, the way the light is hitting that hammer. And then I realize the hammer, I'm like, oh, this is even cooler than I thought. Just, the array of the skeletons like around her. I just think this is a really cool, like just after a battle shot.
Okay. All right. Jared, thoughts on this one?
That's a great pose. It really, like, it's post action where she's already defeated all these skeletons, and it just conveys a full story through a single photo. So it's a great shot.
Yeah, I think that the graveyard set of skeletons is possibly the best purchase that any like 4 Horsemen have ever done. Like 4 skeletons, with some weapons and this and that and different heads for $100 is such a great deal. Like it, and to see whether, I mean, we've seen people just use parts, like use a hand, use an arm, use a head, whatever, or like this, you're actually like laying them around in a battle scene. Like it's such a great purchase for people that just want to do some photography. I love the way that they're used in this as just kind of background. Like she's definitely the focus of this. But they, other than that, like you don't see this like really awesome diode piece or LCD monitor background and like all this kind of stuff. But those skeletons themselves are the scene, and really well done. I like how this was put together.
Very bare bones, if you will.
It is bare bones. All right. This is, and I'm not sure, I guess I clipped it with the tag right in the middle. So go me. This is cosplay Uncanny Annie, which obviously a lot of us met Annie last year at Legions Con, doing some awesome cosplay. I thought this photo was awesome. Just the overcast outside and the makeup and everything. Like this is absolutely awesome. So great job, Jesse.
I'm glad you picked this because it was also in my picks for the week. So it was.
Can I tell you something? I saw that you liked it, and I was like, I guarantee that Jesse's got this, but I'm going to grab it anyway, so that Jesse has to pick something else.
That's okay. I have a plethora of shots in my folder for shelf selection, so I was able to keep up with you.
You should use the one that you had that didn't have my fucking tag in the middle like an idiot. So
I'll be honest, I didn't notice it when I put it in there. I noticed it as soon as it pulled up now, but not when I was putting the slides together.
When you do the recap, you'll have to use your photo instead of mine.
Maybe. But no, it's a great shot, awesome cosplayer, and the fact that these 2 ladies, her and Oh, why can't? Why am I going blank?
I knew you were going to do that to yourself.
Because I knew him as, what was it, the Nerdy Forge first?
Mhm.
So, like, they were together under one name, so like remembering individual names. Is it something cat?
Yes.
Coffee cat?
I don't know that, but I know it is something cat.
Yes. So, to see them in costume, like at their first Legion's Con, you know, as the, you know, convention debut figures was really cool, and their costumes were so cool, and they're so nice. So like when she walked up to me in this costume and she's like being all like bubbly and like happy and everything, I'm like, I'm so thrown off by the cosplay versus the personality coming at me at the same time. But yeah, love this shot. Love this shot.
Jared?
I mean, on top of everything you guys mentioned about the makeup and the scenes, the tree he's standing in front of really brings everything together.
Creepy as hell, right?
Yeah. No, that just, because a lot of the cosplay shots, they're great. They highlight a lot of what people are doing talent wise and all that. But that tree makes it a real creepy photo, which just enhances the cosplay.
Yeah, great job here. And I lobbed this up for Jesse to make fun of me. I've got the tag in the middle of the photo. It shows to follow up at the top because apparently I wasn't following, but I did hit follow after I clipped this picture, and Jesse didn't make fun of me at all. So I'm a little disappointed, if I'm being honest, but you know, kind of lobbed a softball up there, and you just kind of just let it go by.
Because we're on the show. I'm like, remember, this is the show. Publicly, you're the asshole.
That's true.
I'm the nice guy, and in behind the scenes, it's the other way around.
So you're gonna give me shit later. Okay,
I'll give you shit later. I will totally forget about this in 5 minutes.
And then last one of the day is this one by Jesse.
Surprise, surprise! It's another one of the hot toys, but this time it's Vi from I can't read it.
Maz underscore toy underscore photography.
That one. Yeah, just badass character in a badass pose, just, you know, no nonsense, just ready to go, and absolutely love it. And I'm gonna keep living through everyone else's shots of these figures.
Jesse, do you in fact know what a plethora is? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is awesome. These toys are amazing, and that fist is badass. They look like they're ripped directly out of the show. Both of this one and the Jinx. They're really, really cool. So nice figure. A great highlight shot of the figure itself. Jared?
Yeah, the lighting they use there for their highlights and shadows is fantastic. It really enhances the figure there. So great use of lighting for this photo.
Just a lot of attitude in the way that it's shot, like kind of the looking down like through the hair, and yeah. All right, that is it for shelf selections. So thank you for that. I will go ahead and pull up the giveaway tools because we finally got Jesse to where he's not lagging. We don't want to add anything extra to his computer right now. But we're giving away a shirt for CarverCon. So we will need a hashtag if anybody's got a hashtag to give me. Tire ass?
No.
Oh, what do we got then?
Light attire.
Light attire.
Because he does lights, and it's attire, like you said earlier, and I made the bad joke.
No, it's good. It's good. I like it. So we've got hashtag light attire.
No.
Yes, capitalization does not matter. But there you go. So put that in, and you could win a CarverCon t-shirt. So you put a banner together. Slow at the bottom, add banner. There you go. All right. So yeah, put those in, and then we will pull that by the end of the show and go from there. So Jared, what is happening, sir? How you been?
Busy. lacking sleep, but painting and customizing when I get some time.
Now, I know, obviously we're doing the shirt giveaway here, and we talked about it, 50 something days away, but are you in fact going to CarverCon?
I am not. I will be missing out this year.
Dang. It's going to be a good one, man. What about Legions Con?
I will be there for my 5th year as a vendor, so I am very excited.
Very cool. So, any big things in the work this year for your table?
Yeah, so I've got painted heads again this year. I've been working on those. I've got a couple different customs, and I've been trying different things. Like I've got some ice armor on a barbarian and a dwarf, and I tried to give them some frost on the skin kind of effects.
Mm.
So I'm just looking.
Just found his first table to go to.
I got a skeleton pirate. I got a tribute figure to, it's either Dark Wolf or Black Wolf from Ralph Bakshi's Wizards. So I got a custom or a tribute figure for that. So I'm still figuring out what else to build, because I always keep building when I'm even out of time. I just need to keep doing things. So I did the shadow boxes a couple years ago. I'm thinking I might do some book nooks instead, just to change things up a little, and maybe do some King Arthur themed stuff. So might do some of that, and I'm really excited. I'm doing some custom the mice knights. I'm doing customs one of those, but I'm gonna do mousetrap shields. So I'm making beat up, rusted out mousetraps for them to use as shield. Cool. Yeah, so working on those, and yeah, just trying to stay busy. Just excited about making things.
Awesome.
Nice.
Now, what normally within the the Legions Con layout, who are your neighbors? What are you nearby?
Durant Studios. He's on the corner. I'm next to him, and then my right side has changed every year. Last year it was, Mark, I'm gonna forget what your handle is. It's New York something. But I've always been across from. Oh my gosh, sorry. My brain
so in the section with the the dioramas and stuff, because there's a lot of dio folks over there.
Yeah, they're more towards the end. I'm right across from it's the Plunderlings. I'm right across from them.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's like the 3rd row back.
Gotcha.
But I've been in that same spot since they moved to the new well, not new anymore, but the current venue.
Yeah, which 3 more years. So we'll kind of I know they're looking at some more space on the 3rd floor this year. It looks like we're gonna have some folks up on the 3rd floor. That'll be interesting. So yeah, it'll be but for the most part, we kind of know the layout. We know the people at the hotel, so that's kind of cool to have all that. New York City Figure Fanatic.
I'm gonna have to look it up, and I apologize, Mark, for not remembering your handle. I literally just chatted with him the other day. Really, really nice guy. He had the giant mirror with lights in it, diorama piece.
Oh yeah.
Dope Toys NY.
Dope Toys NY. Gotcha. Okay. Very cool. Did also want to pull up. Let me stop sharing that and pull this up, because it is the last day for the pre-order of the Armory Gladiators, as well as the Edge Hounder character packs and combo. Now, Jeremy said this week on his show that they're most likely not going to be ordering a whole lot of extras of these. So, this is not one that you're going to find later at a really good price. So if you're interested in these, you really want to jump on these in the next, couple hours before the sale ends. Did you guys jump in on any of this stuff? Jared?
I did not this pre-order. I little light on the funds at the moment, but I did do the build a figure at Legion's Con, so I did have that green demon. So yeah, I already have that guy, so I'm excited about that.
What about you, Jesse?
I got 2 at Legions. Kind of got the green demon and the black demon. But I am hopefully going to get in order for the Edgehounder characters pack. I know if I miss it, it'll be at retailers later for a bit of a markup. But I know I really want those heads. It's again, I'm in the same boat, just trying to be good with my money. If anybody wants to help me out, I got some stuff up for sale on Facebook.
I saw that. It was a lot more comic books than I was hoping. I was like, oh, I'm looking for a bunch of toys. It was a lot of comic books, but some good stuff in there.
So some comics, some customs. And,
I did see you just posted some customs. There was the one with that Immortal Collection shield.
Yep.
That looks fantastic.
Now, some of those will get repurposed for my plans for CarverCon and Legions Con if they don't sell over the next week. So if any of those really jump out to somebody, make sure you hit me up quick before they get dissected for something else.
I would say, considering that this head was initially the red head was initially for the Legendary Warrior, they had to have a pretty good run of those, because they're bringing that warrior to all the cons this year. So I would say if you didn't get that now, there's still probably a pretty good chance you're going to be able to get that later. But these gladiators, if you want them, especially these 2 new ones, man, I think they are absolute fire. I was going to mark my wallet safe from Gladiator Gate because these other ones really didn't do anything for me. I was like, I don't really need the extra bear parts, and the legs and stuff are not really the pieces that I would have wanted. But then they showed these 2, and it's like, fuck, they are so good. This one here, I just love this build by itself. Like this build is fine. And then the other one, I like it when you put that other helmet on there. This, that look is fucking killer. So yeah, I had to definitely jump in on those. They were too good for me to pass up. So I ended up having to get a few of each of those. And then I picked up a couple of those head packs. So they do have a combo here with the Vorga as well, where you're basically getting like the head packs and the arms for free pretty much. So pretty cool deal there. All right, folks. I think you got till it would be 11, right? Eastern.
I believe so.
You got 2 more hours to jump in on this. So make your purchases because, like I said, there's not going to be a lot of extras of those gladiators. So, all right. So what else you've been up to besides obviously you got the customizing you're doing. Anything else you've been doing lately?
So I'm like my work table's right there, so I'm looking at it to try to see if anything is popping out at me. I just purchased a bunch of parts, so I'm working on painting those. I have a 16-month-old kid, so I don't have as much time as I had in previous years to do my work. But like I said, I'm really excited about the mousetrap shields. My mom suggested it when I was showing her, the little custom mouse I did. And here, let me just grab the mouse. I don't have the shields done yet, but I have the mouse in a pretty good.
Sounds like a cool idea.
So, in addition to just doing a repaint, I did add whiskers.
Oh, I like the soft good piece too.
Yeah, so it just to help with the back of the head a little bit. To just put it on for now. But I got an albino one and I have a gray one that I'm working on. So my goal is to have 4 of them in total. Did have one of the frost guys right here. I don't know how well the blue's gonna show up, but there is a lot of
that's
frost
nice
detail there. And then I got the skeleton pirate there, which I'm pretty excited about. Repaint of the Jacob Marley with a skeleton and a fancy hat on.
Oh, nice.
So, and I took one of the sabers, I think, from another toy line. So he'll have a a saber instead of a straight blade. So I'm excited about that. I do have to figure out tails.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I got to figure out tails for the mice knights though, because they just look a little weird without a tail. So I just got to figure that out.
I got a 6-pack on Amazon a couple years ago of those little like Halloween decoration like rats. And you just cut it off at the base of the body, and then like you might have to trim down because it gets smaller as it goes. So you find the right taper to fit into the boom boom hole.
Wow.
All right, well, now I got to write this down so I remember to order some fake rats.
Halloween rat.
I feel like I saw someone else do that, so I don't want to take credit for it. If I did come up with it on my own, cool. But I feel like I saw someone else do that.
Folks, you guys heard it here first. Jesse came up with the idea for the Halloween mice, cutting off the tail and putting them in the boom boom hole. Nobody else has ever done that. It's a Jesse idea. And if you make sure that you use it, you post credit to Jesse for that. Thank you.
Please, no, don't. Please don't do that.
Awesome. Are there like besides this stuff, like are there other toy lines that you're collecting or anything like that?
So I used to be a big Marvel Legends and Star Wars Black Series collector. I do have, when I say I used to, I stopped collecting them. I went really hard into Mythic and Cosmic Legion, so space is just limited. But I do have a selection of Star Wars Hot Toys. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 10 of them. And I promised myself for the Hot Toys just to stick to Star Wars because they're so good, they're so detailed. And I knew if I didn't stick to just the Star Wars ones, it would be an issue. So I think the last Hot Toy I got was the Vader with the cracked helmet, where his saber lights up. I love that one. I thought the Kenobi show was definitely a little underrated, but that I don't want to start any arguments on that. But
I agree with you. Yeah,
that lightsaber fight
overall, the show maybe could have been improved, but there were parts of that show that were some of the best Star Wars, as far as enjoyment. So. And I love seeing Hayden Christensen finally kind of getting some recognition. Like I feel like he got unnecessarily shit on in the prequels, and he played the part that they asked him to play, and but I loved his role in that show. So
no, especially that lightsaber fight in the canyon where the everything's lit up blue and red. I bought that figure just because of that fight scene. So. But yeah, outside of that, it's mainly mythics, and it's at this point it's a balance of ones for my collection versus the piles I have to customize, or like, hey, that could be cool later kind of figure. So yeah, the collecting has certainly slowed down, just from a focus perspective and a lack of storage perspective. But I have a very big bin of Black Series that I don't want to sell or give away. That's the first line I collected. Literally, I got in collecting. My wife purchased me the Black Series Boba Fett. Boba Fett's always been a favorite, so she got that for me years and years ago, and I always had it on my desk at work and things like that. And then I was like, oh, they have all these other figures. I should start collecting them and go from there. But I did a big purge like a year or two ago, so it's down a lot of lines. Did not give away the Nika Turtles though. Gotta keep those. But yeah, mainly mythics at this point.
Yeah. Which NECA Turtles do you have? Like the movie ones?
Yeah, the San Diego Comic-Con pack, I was able to get one of those when it came out. So I did that, and then I got the Shredder pack the following year, but I think I sold the Shredder pack, or I have it for sale. But yeah, the Turtles are such a great figure. Like if you're going traveling, just to throw in your bag to do like photography. Like I did a trip to Washington State, and I brought a turtle figure with me because it looks good in any background.
Nice. Yeah, those are fantastic. fantastically sculpted and detailed figures.
Yeah. No,
Real
there's
quick,
so much detail.
Alan threw up artificial earthworms or night crawlers can be wired for fishing. He uses those for rat tails.
Writing it down. Thank you. I'm gonna steal that. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Boba Fett's a pretty good Fett. He's like my second favorite Fett. Django being third, Melvin obviously number one. So, yeah.
Before I got into customizing and really into collecting, I built a life-size Boba Fett, with trash can armor kind of stuff, and did the paper molding of the helmet with the Bondo and all that stuff. And I used to keep it at the end of a hallway when I was in a different apartment, and it would always freak people out because there's a giant, 6 foot tall Boba Fett in the shadows when they came. So, yeah, that was fun. That was probably my first adult customization kind of thing before I got into figures.
What's your guys' ranking on the Fets?
I'm a Boba sucker, so it's he's always number one for me. But Django, close second, I would say.
Wow, no Melvin. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, Jesse.
I would say probably Captain Rex, then Boba, then Django.
No Melvin love for you either.
I don't know who Melvin Fett is. Never heard of him.
You should look it up. Look it up after the show. Melvin Fett. He's awesome. So, specifically went to Tatooine because he heard it was a dessert planet and there are no cupcakes. So, yeah.
I find it hard to believe there's no cupcakes on Tatooine.
I don't know. That's what I heard. So, they're coming after Jesse for bad computer usage earlier. Awesome. Well, what any shows you've been watching or anything? Any of that, or books you've been reading, or any of that kind of stuff?
I've been stuck on the third book of the Stormlight archive. I want to say it's Brandon Sanderson, one of his series. It's really good, especially if you were a fan of Wheel of Time. I thought it was a nice progression into that. A little bit more, a little different magic, I should say. Really like it. Giant, thick fantasy books are I'm a sucker for, especially like Wheel of Time. Read that as a bunch as a kid, and Redwall when I was younger. So this is like the next series for that. Shows, I kind of have like a bunch that I just put on replay. But we did just start watching what is it, Chad Powers on Hulu. We're like 2 or 3 episodes in, really liking it so far. I thought that was pretty good. I'm behind in my Star Wars and Marvel shows, just haven't had a chance to watch them.
Have you seen like what led to that Chad Powers? Was they had it was just a little funny thing that they did where they dressed up Jared Goff and they you see that? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Like send him into like a college like as he's a new recruit or something, and like they're like, oh my god, this guy's ridiculously good.
Right. Yeah. As soon as he threw that ball the first time, you could see everyone was giving him a side eye.
So when I saw that Chad Powers come up, I'm like, yes, I am all in on this. I really do like that series. So
yeah, so good.
I do need to pause for just a second, though, to give a segment for the show. This is the segment of the show where Jesse talks about Wheel of Time.
No, I have a cease and desist from several close friends that I'm not allowed to talk about that.
I was going to clip it and send it right directly to Patrick.
Why would you think I would fall for that? Like, I know I'm kind of slow and gullible sometimes, but like,
that's cool.
You gotta trick me into that one and like set something up that you know I'm going to agree with.
Kyle says Send Help is good. Just watched it before jumping on here. I watched that this weekend with Darla. I really enjoyed it. I don't know. What did you think? She said it was good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. So that is available on one of the streaming services right now. I think it was Hulu. So, yeah, I would recommend that. So, what else? What else occupies your time other than a 16-month-old that's taking up all of it?
Yeah,
Like that's the whole answer.
Yeah.
yeah, that's. I mean,
Says
work.
the non-parent.
No, he's great. I love spending time with him. Going now that it's finally not cold in Vermont. Going on a lot of walks and hikes with him. I am in an adult scouting group, outdoors service guides. So I'm the lodge commander for that. So that takes up all my other free time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I have no idea what you. It sounded like a bunch of gibberish. There were words that I've heard before, but not put together in that grouping. So you're gonna have to break that down on what that is.
Okay. So everyone, or not everyone, but a lot of people know what Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts are. This is a scouting group kin to that, but they have an adult group. They're called Rovers. So anyone that is over 18 till you're dead, I guess, can join, and you can do scouting activities. So we went birding for our last meeting. We're gonna do knife sharpening. We're gonna do we just did a bunch of things on knots and hanging bear bags and things like that. So it's just a independent scouting group, not associated with Boy Scouts of America. And it's a lot of fun. We've been doing it since 2024, and I am, when I said lodge commander, that is the person that comes up with the weekly, or we meet every other week, that comes up with the activities that we do. So it's a lot of fun. It's an excuse to go be in the woods. We went camping last fall, got to do some cast iron cooking, which was great. Just got a camping hammock that I want to try out, which I'm very excited for as my back gets terrible from getting older. Definitely need some better support there. So excited to try the hammock. And
I didn't know that was a thing for adults. That sounds really fucking cool.
I'm really digging it. It's a lot of fun. It's certainly not as well known as Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, but it's great. And they have a whole group for younger kids as well. But we're doing the adult group first. If it continues and there's a push, we can start introducing some younger scout groups to that as well. But you have separate meetings, which is cool because we can go do archery or riflery and stuff like that, things you're not going to necessarily bring kids to,
and say things like, hey, look, there's a blue-titted warbler, and not get a bunch of teenage boys giggling.
we still giggled at that as we went birding last week. Yeah.
Well, Jesse, I think we should try to help Jared to put together his agenda for upcoming weeks on what things that they should be doing. So do you have one thing that if you were part of you say Rovers, if you were a rover, that you would want Jared to show you? You're out in the woods. What's something that you would like to learn?
How to skin a goat or a deer or something.
An animal.
Yeah. I mean, preferably not like someone's pet, but like, serial killer egg. For me, it would be how to really find a good stick. Like that's like finding a good stick in the woods is probably the favorite thing that I would have doing outdoors. So look at this. He comes showing. Holy crap.
One of the requirements to be a rover, you have to have a staff. And this is going to be my second one. It is striped maple. It is drying out. It is the warmest room in our house. So it's drying out. And I'm going to try to
look at Jesse's not going to be outdone. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, I feel so inadequate right now. I'm the only one without a big stick.
Look, if you can go out into the woods and you don't know how to find a good stick, I mean, that's like a Stephen Bisciotti, like you're born with it or you're not.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think there's got to be some strategies on where to look and how to find one, and what
On the
makes a
ground,
good stick. Like like is it just the
wood.
size of it, or is it the shape? Is it the type of wood it is? Like obviously you don't want something that's been like gnawed at by a bunch of critters that's gonna fall apart. I don't know, Jared. What would be some tips for somebody that wants to go find a really good stick?
So it definitely depends on the use case. If you're just, hey, I'm looking for a cool stick that opens your doors. But if you're going
Mm-hmm.
to use it as like a hiking staff or something like that, definitely go with the harder wood. You want to try to find something that's relatively um, straight. I mean, you can get some cool twisted designs and things like that. But if you're
Mm-hmm.
using it as a reliable hiking stick, definitely go with straight. Like I said, hardwood. The key is to let it dry before you do anything with it. If you start messing with it too soon, it will crack. It will not hold up. And then uh,
And the best thing is just to bring it indoors, like you've got there, just like bring it indoor and just kind of let it sit. And
Yeah, so I took the bark off that, and I'm just letting it sit. Ideally, minimum of 8 weeks. The longer you can let it
oh
dry, the
wow,
better. Though, don't put it in direct sunlight. Don't leave it in a humid room. I'm in a loft, so it's the warmest room in the house, but it's not getting direct sunlight because otherwise it takes the moisture out too fast, and that's
Mhm.
when it cracks. The key though, cut it longer than you want because then you can cut it down to size. Like if it develops a crack on one side, you can cut it down to still save the
See,
piece
I
of
didn't
wood.
even know you were cutting it. I thought you just find the stick and whatever size it is, it is.
That was the park we meet at for scouts just got a bunch of trees forested. So that was some of the smaller trees that got kind of knocked down in the process. And
Mm.
that, like I said, was striped maple, and it had a really good grain pattern to it. So I was like, I got to take that home and do something with it.
I don't know if G is still watching. G, if you're watching, and we do end up extending Legions Con. Normally, the end of Legions Con has been the shooting the shelf episode. Really, kind of puts a nice finishing touch to Legions Con. But the last couple of years, we've stopped at somebody's house. 2 years ago, it was Jesse's. Last year, it was G. I think that if we meet up at G's house again on Monday after Legions Con with that big giant woods that he's got behind his house, I think we should all go stick hunting. I think that would be amazing. Maybe do some photography, outdoor photography too. But yeah, I think the ultimate goal would be who can find the best stick. So
Solid.
yeah. All right, there you go. Let's do it. He says, let's do it. We're in. All right, we're gonna go stick hunting. You've inspired us, Jared.
Awesome. Awesome.
So what is you said take the bark off? What does that process look like?
I have a draw knife, so it's two handles, giant blade in the middle. You hold the wood down. Either you sit on it or you clamp it to a bench, and you basically pull the knife. And it
Gotcha.
takes really long, nice strips. So like that whole thing, I stripped in like 5 minutes. It's though that way you're not just whittling it with a little pocket knife.
Right.
Um, but you just got to go slow because you're literally pulling the knife towards you. So just be
You
safe
wanna
with
you
it.
wanna enjoy the product. You don't want to hurry it. You want to take your time stripping it.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. There you go. All right. Well, let's see how many people we can get to go to G's to watch a movie, do some outdoor photography, and find a cool stick. So we're gonna be amateur rovers. So um,
Roverlings.
what are some other like activities that like either you got coming up or ones that you thought were pretty fun?
We did a big first aid class, which was great. I used to be an EMT when I was younger, so I was able to teach people some basic first aid stuff, nothing crazy, but just hey, someone gets hurt while we're out doing a scouting activity. How do we help those people? So
Mm.
that's good. I'm hoping we can do something water related this summer, like either do a canoe or a kayak trip, which would be nice. Um, did the birding, which was really fun. We have some nice grasslands.
Is that
up-
just
up
looking
there.
for them and like writing things down, or okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
I've never
so-
done that.
so-
So
I brought my camera. I do bird photography as well. That's what I started at before doing toy photography.
Oh,
So
cool.
I kind of pushed it because I wanted to go do bird photography, and it was a good thing to get people out. People were excited about it. I am really excited to do more Dutch oven cooking, bringing it full circle there.
There you go. Nice job.
So I got to look up some new recipes, try some stuff out, but it's always fun to cook something a little different when you're camping. So we did a giant thing of chili, and for lack of a better term, we did something that's called a dump cake. It's actually a lot tastier than it sounds, but basically the reason it's called a dump cake is because you dump all the ingredients into the Dutch oven. You don't stir it at all. So I thought it turned out pretty good.
Alan says you should have a fire day, starting fires without matches or lighters. Try all the different methods. Is there? I mean, I've seen a bunch of different sticks, rubbing sticks, and all this and that. Like, is there a method for somebody that's never done it before? They've never started a fire. Let's say there's a zombie apocalypse or something. What would be your number one method for an amateur or a beginner to start a fire?
So I cheat when it comes to fire building. I have fire starters that have never failed me. And I always have that in my backpack for scout. So that would be my go-to. But let's say we don't have any of that.
Right.
You want to have really dry tinder, so things that are very fine to burn. Now you could do what's called a fire stick, where you take a stick and you what's really great is if you have a pencil sharpener to do that. If you have it in your backpack, you get a lot of the shavings. You light those pretty easy.
Okay.
You can also carve into it, so it has like a lot of just little spikes coming out, and that helps with the fires as well. I do have one of those. I don't even remember, but like the magnesium kind of things that you strike. Those are a lot harder to do. But I love my fire starter. I've never not lit a fire with them. Real quick recipe: egg carton, stuff it full of dryer lint. Take old candles, melt them down, wax, pour it over there, and then cut them apart. So you just have the individual cups. You light the little corners of it, and then it's lit wet wood. It's never failed. So that's my go-to.
Okay.
But there's tons of different things, and we're actually going to do a fire starting competition where just, hey, who can light a fire with the least amount of matches, and then do the different techniques as well, like the bow drill and things like that, which are pain to do but fun if you can get a fire going with them.
Alan here says a bunch of gibberish that I don't even understand. I'm gonna have you take this one, Jesse.
Jared yesterday saw indigo bunting, painted bunting, roadrunners, and a summer Tangier. It was a good day.
A solid bird list.
Anybody know what the hell he's talking about?
Those are all types of birds.
Okay. All right. It sounded like he made all it. Like I just thought he was throwing some gibberish there. I don't know what that hell was.
I mean, spoiler alert, every word is made up.
Well, especially when it involves birds, because we know they're all drones.
Nope. We're not in
what
of Dennis Derby on
what?
this show. Absolutely not.
Dennis doesn't watch this.
I don't care. It'll get to him. I want to stay in Dennis's good graces.
This is the moment of the show where Jesse talks about birds being drones, and he talks about the Wheel of Time.
No. Birds are real living creatures. This is not sarcasm. Look what you did. You threw this on me, and look how many people left the show. Seriously, what happened? Why did so many people? Is something going on at 9:30? Oh, is there a Glyos drop?
I don't know. I don't know what goes on.
Might have been in the scout chat.
I thought it was cool.
Hey, folks, stick around.
And we got a giveaway going on. So, all right. So, any shows that you're going to be able to hit between now and Legion's Con?
No, it's pretty much Legion's Con. I'm up in Vermont, so we have a couple things close. I've been down to Mass for a show last year. I didn't have time to go this year. Um, uh, for Chris Con last year, I did that. I wasn't available this year to go down for that. But no, Legion's Con is my big one. I really have a lot of fun there. It's great knowing more and more people each year. It is a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. OSG, see if there's a group near you. There's not too many, but there might be. If not, you can be a lone scout. They do their own thing, and you check in with other scouts. There's options. But yeah, I'm just excited for Legion's Con. I realized I have 2 trips, a work trip and a photography trip between now and then, which even limits my time even more. So I think I'm just gonna start sleeping less to make things complete by then. So yeah,
Sleeping less. That sounds like a plan.
yeah.
What day do you normally come in for Legion's Con?
I usually drive down Friday, especially with bringing the family with me as well. Now, I'm thrilled that they want to accompany me. Not that the 16-month-old has an option, but he was there last year. He was really into looking at all the different things. My wife took him around a couple times, and he liked the full size characters. He was staring at those for a while. So I'm excited to see now that he's a lot more reactionary to his surroundings, like what he thinks this year about it.
Very cool. What are some of the things that you really look forward to for Legion's Con? Obviously the people, but besides that, like what are some things that when you go, you're like, I gotta make sure I get this or that or whatever?
Yeah. So I like walking around and just seeing what everyone has come up with, because there's so many people that do painted heads. There's so many people that do customs, but when you look at them, you're not seeing a lot of the same things at every table. So I'm just so interested to see, like, hey, someone else did this with the Mouse King heads and things like that. So I love to see other people's interpretations of like the same supplies that I have. I'm just also always thrilled at the really large and detailed dioramas that some people bring down, where it's like, hey, I rented a van to drive this whole thing down and check it out. So that's always fun. Obviously, as you said, the people having a couple beers in the entryway there, always a fun time. I am, yeah. I'm also, there's a pizzeria that's not too far from there, and I get the pepperoni calzone from them. I've done that every time I've been down. So
which place? Because we've heard of a few different places that people go to.
I knew you were going to ask, and I don't have it offhand, but I will follow up on that. I'm a sucker for it. I've gone every year to get one because I think they're incredible. And we did it's like half an hour away. After one of the nights, we went to, oh my gosh, the live action nights with the dinner and things. Why can't I think of
medieval times?
Yeah, we did that a couple years ago. Maybe we'll do it again this year.
How far away is that from the venue?
Like 20-30 minutes. It's not that
really
bad.
Okay. I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's pretty close, and they do have a later show that doesn't start till like 7 or 8, so it's pretty easy to get over there after a day at the con. And as much as I love being there, it is a nice break to just go somewhere else, clear your head, and then come back and jump back into it. So yeah, I guess inadvertent plug for medieval times. But I will follow up on the pizzeria, because I'm hungry just thinking about it.
Yeah,
I'm hungry thinking about it because I'm doing a colonoscopy on Tuesday, so I don't get to eat solid foods tomorrow.
Oh,
I've been down that road. It's a thing.
Just that time of your life that you need to do that, or something?
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, hopefully they don't find anything, but I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for them to come back. Riddled. You're riddled with what? We don't know, but something.
You got a bunch of Kevin inside you.
Oh God, no.
He didn't go. He didn't go away. He just relocated.
He just moved inside. No, no, just 46. My doctor was like, we should have done one last year. And I was like, okay, She's like, you can do the box thing where, you poop in the box and mail it off, or you can do a colonoscopy. She's like, I recommend doing the colonoscopy first and then the box the next couple of years. So I was like, whatever you say, you're the doctor, not me.
Twizzler said he camps with his old Boy Scout camp friends, and they do outdoorsy stuff that just aren't part of an official group. That sounds cool. I mean, to do it with people that you did it with as kids, like that you grew up kind of doing that and doing it as adults, that sounds pretty fun. Sounds like the makings of a movie, like you take a Boy Scout group as like kids, and then they now grow up and they're going out and trying to like recapture their youth or whatever and doing like that. That sounds like the making of a comedy.
Sounds like a cross between Without a Paddle and what was the Adam Sandler one? Grown Ups.
Yeah.
For sure. You guys see Without a Paddle?
Ooh,
I remember that movie.
Medieval Times on Tuesday sounds fucking fantastic, Trevor. I am totally down for that. If we want to do that, I would 100% do that. So there you go, man. This Legions Con trip's coming together. We got Medieval Times on Tuesday. We're gonna go look for sticks and do some stripping at G's house.
Can't even wait for me to get there to go to Medieval Times. I see how it is.
Well, I mean, once Wednesday hits, like there's stuff. Like you got Legions Ladies Live, you got Jeremy's show, like there's stuff going on, come Wednesday. But Tuesday, you just got to get there earlier, Jesse.
I can't take off an entire week.
Sure. Just tell them that you're sick. Do like that.
I only have so many vacation days a year for sick time or. Anyway.
G said he used to carve wood. He has all the tools there to strip the bark. Very cool.
He's sitting there going like this.
I always thought like whittling wood is cool. Like I've never done it, but just like when you see like stuff that people make and it's like, oh wow, that's pretty awesome. So well, I would hope that you're going to be at Legions Con. Everybody should be at Legions Con.
With the wood whittling, I don't know. I know Curtis doesn't listen to it, but Jared, have you followed any of the Critical Role, like the live play campaigns, whether audio or anything like that?
I'm a Dungeons and Daddies guy, so no, I haven't heard the Critical Role stuff.
There's Dungeons and Daddies, is that a thing?
It's not a BDSM podcast. They're very clear up front every episode about that.
You can say that. And Curtis is going to wait for that every episode if he starts listening to it. I guarantee it. But there's in the third campaign, there's a character who does whittling, and it's like it weirdly becomes like a huge part of like his story over the couple years.
Oh, really?
Campaign. Like because like he's like one of his attacks is using his wood chisel to like attack people and stuff. So
that's awesome.
Nice. So what about any pickups that you've had over the last few Legions Cons that you were pretty happy about, whether it's figures or custom pieces or dio pieces or anything?
Yeah, I probably spend my most money at Big Head Studios table. Jesse's conveniently 2 or 3 tables down from me, so I go there. I got the bear head from Noble Bear last year. I haven't painted it yet. It literally is in the top row of my painting rack, staring at me every time I'm on sitting at my desk waiting to be painted. I don't pick up too many custom things. I usually do a trade with Steph, Detour Customs. I got one of his big ships last year for a figure that I traded. Just finished painting that. So things are getting done, just taking a little while to get there. But yeah, I generally look for cool heads that I haven't seen before to pick up. Because then it's, hey, maybe I need to learn a new technique to paint them, or that just looks gnarly. Let's see what we can do with that. So I don't go in too much with the game plan, but I like being a vendor and going around like Friday night while people are setting up and talking to people, and if possible purchasing a couple things before things get rolling. So that's always fun. It's also just a lot easier to get through the aisles when, I mean, not that it's that easy when everyone's still setting up. There's a lot of moving pieces going on there, but yeah, I just like looking for heads that I haven't seen before.
Usually for me, it's Sunday morning, and I know there's like some stuff that's gone by Sunday morning, but because Friday's super busy for me because not only are you doing setup, but then we also have the customizing studio. So I gotta, go up there and get all that ready and then straight from there right into PGG. So Friday night's super busy. Then Saturday morning, you're kind of putting some finishing touches on setup, and there's just like it gets crazy busy really quickly. But Sunday, by the time Sunday morning kind of rolls around, it's a little bit more chill, a little bit more relaxed. People just kind of, like before the doors open, the other vendors are kind of just like moseying around and stuff. It's not too bad. So Sunday morning is usually when I get to make like a lap around and try to quickly pick up a few things. So
my wife did something really cool this past year when she went. She went and bought a bunch of unpainted heads and torsos and gave it to me as an advent calendar. So every day
that's cool.
Unwrapping a new head or a torso to paint, and I have them. I haven't even primed them yet, but they're there. And I thought it was really cool. She knows how much I'm into painting the different heads and things like that. So it was pretty cool, and I could see her going around it because the kid was locked eyes with me from the distance as she walked around with him. But I thought it was really neat of her to come to Legion's Con with me, as she's not a collector of those. So that's cool to go with that, but then B, to go around and spend her time finding a bunch of unique heads to gift me. I thought that was pretty cool as well.
That's a really neat idea. I really like that.
That's really cool.
Yeah. That would be cool if somebody like did something like that. Like they put together a set that was like an advent calendar that you didn't know what. I know I had the idea, and I proposed this to Jeremy and Joe Vassapolo, and they liked the idea. They just didn't know how they would make it work. But like if the Horsemen did kind of almost like an armory type thing, but have it be like an advent calendar for like Mythic Legions, to where it was like you opened up a different part each day, right? And you built a figure from the ground up. It's like maybe start with like the feet, and then you get like the ankles, you get the shins, all this and that, and you just slowly throughout the year or throughout the month of December, you build up a figure. Would be kind of cool. So
be awesome.
But yeah, I like that idea. That's cool. Let's see. Trevor says, that's great. My wife went and she's still, and then that's
She's still there. So, he left her there.
Yeah. I don't know. She still doesn't think I'm cool. So there you go. We think
claim that she thought I was cool. I just said that she understood that this is what I like to do and was supportive of it.
Gotcha. Okay. Very cool. What about this year? Anything that you think that we're going to see this year that you're any predictions or anything that you'd like to see?
I'm excited about the King Arthur and the Merlin figures. I'm excited to see, because those are one day release, right? And then there'll be a second release. Is that correct? Or okay,
correct.
So yeah. I'm excited to see what other Legion's Con stuff is coming out. I have seen some cool dios that people have been building. A lot of, I feel that it's the year of the throne. Like I've seen a lot of different variations on thrones recently, and everyone's looks different, and then that's awesome. So I'm excited to see what people are coming out with.
Yeah, I think FDM printers have just gotten really good. Like, it's not cost effective to print something that big in resin. Like it's just, it costs a whole lot of money in terms of how you do it. But then if you have a failure too, you're completely out. But FDM for a long time has just not been great. Like if you print big things in FDM, like the print lines, it's just kind of terrible. But they've gotten so good now that I think and so cheap that a lot of people are really getting into doing some bigger things. So I agree. I think we're going to see a lot of, thrones, walls, different dio type pieces this year printed in FDM that are very cost effective. I mean, this morning, I'll pull this back up in a second, but this morning on New to Mythics, Chris Ferrone was on there, and he's got those braziers that he's got. They're like, big, and then they've got a light on it, and it lights up. It's got a remote control for the different lights and stuff. And I think it was like $30 or something. Like it was like super cheap for what it is. And I know he's bringing a bunch to the PAC Northwest meetup, and then depending on how well they do there, he's probably going to bring some to Legions Con. But I think you're going to see just a lot of different things like that coming in FDM that in the past it wouldn't have been good enough quality, but now it is. So
and that's what I did. Sorry, Jesse.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's what I did my first 2 Legions cons before getting into the customizing and the painting was FDM accessories, because I started with the photography background before I did the customizing. So I already have a Knights of the Round Table design that I could resurrect now that there's a King Arthur. I might do that, but yeah, I'm just blown away by all the detail that the printers can do now. I just got rid of my printer. It was 6 or 7 years old, and it was a pain to get going. But the ones now are a lot more efficient. So maybe I'll dive back into that as well.
For sure. I'm gonna share something else here real quick.
I don't know if that's what you're pulling up, but Mark Crom 316, he put up like a bone base for the torches and flag, like banner stands.
That is not what I was going to pull up, but that is cool too. I was going to pull up, and this is going to look like shameless self-promotion, but it's really not. But these are 2 pieces that I painted recently, but I pulled these up to show that, like, the one on the left, the throne, was printed by Billy Beige, and it is a really, really good one. And I know he's starting to sell those. And then the other is this boar from Anthony House-Eel that's also an FDM print that I just did recently. And this was $40 shipped, which, can't beat that. And both of these were just a lot of fun to paint. And normally in the past, they would have been really kind of a bitch to work with when it comes to FDM, but they weren't. Like, they were really good. So, if anybody's interested, hit them up. And then a little special shout out here on that skeleton on the throne there. That head is painted by one Jesse Arnold there, who did an amazing paint match on the graveyard skeletons. So, yeah. And that I've had some people ask about the soft goods. That is the soft good coat for the McFarlane Penguin from the Batman Returns movie. So there you go. If you need a fur collar coat for one of your Legions figures, go grab a penguin. So, but yeah, I think we're going to
in a store.
I think we're going to see more of this kind of stuff, like, bigger than a head, dio pieces, companion creatures, different things like that. I think we're going to see a lot of that this year. So very cool. I did want to pull back up. You were talking about like the King Arthur and Merlin. Yeah, I mean, this thing came out fantastic. So just awesome job with this. Is this lore that you've really been into in the past, Jared?
I mean, watched a couple of the movies, based on that. Obviously, Monty Python and the Holy Grail is a special movie to me. Stuff like that. So it's a lore that has continuously popped up. I haven't read any of the stuff, but I've seen certainly my share of movies around the subject.
This is a really cool shot here.
Yeah.
Love the incorporation of Steph's boat in this. Yeah. Very cool. And then we've got Merlin who I think looks absolutely fantastic. Like this is a beautiful figure here. So
I love the new topper on the staff.
yeah, I love
mean,
the
amongst other things, but
skull cap thing. Like yeah, this head's cool too, but I like that other one. This I'm not going to use any of these. These are just going to go in the fodder bin. But it's good value. It's a lot of cool stuff, but I'm not going to use this look. But yeah, really cool figure. So awesome. Any predictions on what you think the other day figures are going to be?
I mean, it would be easy to say other Knights of the Round Table. It would be funny if as a joke they just released an arm for the Lady in the Lake. But I think it would be easy to say other Knights, but maybe they'll go in a completely different direction. Because you could pop and swap or do customs for the other Knights. I think those aren't as unique as a King Arthur. But I'd be a sucker if they put them out anyway. That would be cool. Maybe some unique shields or something to go with them. But yeah, I would say that would be my guess if they're doing King Arthur and Merlin, maybe some other Knights of the Round Table, but maybe it's too on the nose.
I would like to see them do like another tribute type thing. Like we had the Jeremy's figure, obviously, with the Sir Gerard, and we had the Furious Four, and then we had the Walter the Mad. Even the Unknown one was kind of like, it was a figure that Bill Mancuso had put together years ago in the studio, and they made it. I would like to see something like that, some sort of nod to folks in the community or at the studio or whatever. I think would be kind of cool. Because we kind of missed out on that last year, and I would like to see something of that sort. But Jesse, what about you?
I agree. I think was it Joe last week or when we had David on? If they do something like tribute wise, I want to see like Sherry and Cameron as artists, like mythic artists.
That'd be cool.
And have them paint the other one. So like have Cameron paint Sherry's and Sherry paint Cameron's.
I think and then even the Garwich and Gasper 2-pack, I forgot about that. That was another tribute one. I think there's a lot of great choices. I think Cameron and Sherry would be great. I think Nate and Trevor would be a good one. So I would like to see something along those lines. What I really don't want to see is legacies. I don't want to see that as part of. I want that to be its own thing. But yeah, I think the Legions Con one is a really great time to kind of spotlight some folks in the community and not have to have it be part of like the G-Con wave or anything like that. Yeah, Jesse.
I was gonna say, so if they decide to do more of the Knights that aren't as unique, obviously, I think like Lancelot would be a worthwhile one. Like a Mordred or like a Morgan Le Fay or Guinevere. Some of those characters would be right up their prime. But if they don't want to do like the next 15 years of Knights at Legions Con, I know it wouldn't be that long, but like you could do. If they keep like a more generic builder Knight in relative circulation to where you were talking, Curtis, how Jeremy said he likes the character packs, where you buy like, their Sir Gawain character pack where it comes with like soft goods with his sigil and like a shield and like a head where you just pop it on like a Silver Knight type buck, and you just instantly can, that way you get a little more variety without having to do like full figures every year or whatever.
Sure.
This is going to be the point of the show where I alienate some people and make some people mad. I had never seen Excalibur. Like I remember like my dad watching it when I was a kid, but I never like I just saw it like on the background, but I never actually watched it. So I watched it just recently. There's, obviously with this release and, a lot of people talking about that being like their favorite movie and stuff. It was okay. It was all right. Like I felt like it was very over the top, as far as the the script and stuff. Like some of the acting was overdone. It was just, yeah, I don't know. It was like, maybe it's one of those things that if I saw it as a younger person, like the nostalgia would hit me or something. But I was like, man, this is not like, I wouldn't say it's the ultimate sword and sorcery movie, like by any means at all. Like, I don't know. It was okay. Is that a terrible hot take?
I agree with you.
Okay.
I've seen it once. I've never felt the desire to go back to watch it. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, I didn't see it until I was in my 20s or 30s. So it just, I was used to, I don't want to say better, but like different sword and sorcery movies by that point. So it just didn't hold up for me. But
Yeah.
that's me.
I can do one better. I've never seen it at all.
Well, there you go. I hadn't until like last week, and I watched it. I was like, I knew Omar was not going to be happy with me because I know that they were talking about it on their Legion's Kings, and really kind of fawning over it. And I was like, oh, I need to give this thing a chance. And I really tried to be super open minded about it. I didn't hate it. I'm not saying I hate it, but it was just a lot of, especially Merlin, like his acting was super over the top, like overdone. It's like, all right, dude, calm down a little bit. Like it felt like a bunch of like when you're in school, like the drama kids, like, how they could just be a little too much. Like it felt like that. It felt like a bunch of drama kids. So, yeah. What, Jesse? First Night? I don't know that I've seen that.
I think it does have one of the best kisses from the 90s in a movie.
Okay.
And that's the best thing I can say about that movie. I'm sorry, Dusty. I
would say
it looked like the people who designed Star Trek The Next Generation tried to design knights and didn't go far enough back in time. I'm sorry.
I would say for me, nostalgia wise, sword and sorcery, it would be or any kind of sword and sandals. Clash of the Titans for me, number one by far, not even close. And if you're talking about just a cool, enjoyable kind of that time period, I guess, like Knight's Tale. I know, like I love Knight's Tale. Knight's Tale is fucking amazing. So yeah. I could watch that nonstop. So those would be like my top two kind of sword movies. Would be Clash of the Titans and Knight's Tale. Jesse, what would be your go-to? Looking for some sword fighting.
Sword fighting specific. I mean, I would go Braveheart at the top of the list.
Good one.
Kingdom of Heaven, the director's cut or extended cut, whatever the heck it's called.
I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Kingdom of Heaven. Oh my gosh, it is one of the best. Just it's about a young man who is kind of like forced to, or kind of pulled into one of the Crusades.
Okay.
And yeah, it's
putting
amazing.
it on my list.
I know this is blasphemy, especially to all the people I just said I didn't like Excalibur. I have not watched it in a long time. I will give it another shot at some point, but I like the Clive Owen King Arthur to an extent, and I know a lot of people don't like it, but I liked the Legend of the Sword with Charlie Hunnam. I liked that really different take on the legend. Yeah, Northman's great. Man, there's so many.
What about you, Jared?
Jesse, I thought the 2004 King Arthur was going to be a deep pull, but the fact that you brought it up, that came out the right time for me, where like I definitely have watched it. Now I haven't watched it in like 10 plus years, but I really liked the version of that because wasn't Clive Owen like a Roman soldier that then
he was
like it was just different.
Yeah, he was the son of a Roman family. And like the Knights of the Round Table were these kids that were basically pulled from somewhere in like Eastern Europe as like known horse riders that were like forced to be his knights.
Got a lot of love for Kingdom of Heaven. There's a lot of folks in the chat agreeing with you on there. Dusty says to try to watch the extended cut. So
yeah, definitely. One of the things I like about that movie is there's a book series I read in college or high school called The Pendragon Cycle by a guy named Stephen Lawhead. And each book, so the first 3 books are like chronological in order, and then the last 2 kind of like take place somewhere else earlier in the story, but each book is from like a different character's perspective. And the first one is Taliesin, and so it's about like the guy who trains Merlin. The second book is Merlin. The third book is Arthur, and then there's Pendragon and Grail. And it's just a really interesting take, the way they tie in like the Avalon and the Lady in the Lake comes from like because the book starts off with the people basically of Atlantis, like the island sinking, and they flee, and the few survivors are what become like the fair folk of it's because they're taller, they're different looking than the people in Britain, and like their castle's known as like Caer Avaloch, and it becomes Avalon by the end. And it's really cool. And the way they have Merlin doing his magic and stuff, and they get into the stuff that Arthur, when he gets into battle, they call it like this battle Awen, Awen or something like that. It's to where like they're fighting so long it kind of goes into almost like a trance type thing where they're just like battling for hours, to where like his hand was like fused to the sword and they had to like pry it out of his grip at the end and everything. But yeah, it's
What Jared, did you have another one besides the Clive Owen?
Yeah, I mean that one is fantastic. But if we're talking sword fighting, I will do a second vote. I saw someone mention Highlander as well. That was one of those dad movies for me where we had a copy of it on VHS, and my dad had that on a lot. So I've seen that many times, and obviously with the Queen soundtrack, certainly hooked me into that genre of music with that. So I think there's a new Highlander coming
there
out.
Is,
I don't know
if
is it like a
Henry
restart?
Cavill, yeah.
It's a complete reboot, yeah.
Because I know Drew McIntyre from WWE is going to be in it, and he's
I've heard that.
Highlander looking dude. So
and he already has the accent down, so that works.
It's probably going to be one of those like 5-second scenes too, like But yeah, I'm excited about that. Some of the sequels of the Highlander movies, they're all right, but that original one was so good, and the show was entertaining.
Did you guys watch the Merlin series?
Yeah, that was good.
I would say, and this is where I'm really gonna, if Omar hasn't tuned out now, he's getting ready to. I would say the Merlin series is 1,000,000 times better than Excalibur. Like 1,000,000. Like it is. I really enjoyed that series. That series is fantastic. Like if somebody told me, "Hey, I want to watch some King Arthur stuff. I don't want to read a book because books are for nerds. What should I watch?" I would have them go watch the Merlin series. So
I don't watch that in a while. I need to rewatch that.
Yeah,
I know it's more modern setting, but not modern, but like closer in the timeline than the stuff we're talking about. But I love Disney's Three Musketeers, and I liked the one that came out in like the early 2000s. I think it was just called The Musketeer, where it's got like it's over the top, the stunt work, because it was a couple years after Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, so like they're doing all the wire work and stuff. Oh yeah, 13th Warrior is great. Green Knight is good. It is not a sword fighting movie. And one more I'll throw out is again, it's further up in the timeline because there's guns involved. Brotherhood of the Wolf.
So good.
Fantastic.
I agree with this from Chris.
Long.
I agree with this with Chris that the Merlin series, the good part about it is you had more time to build out that world. Like I don't feel like you can do King Arthur justice in a 2-hour or 3-hour movie. Like there's just too much to fucking do. You're trying to cram it together in a short period of time, and it just doesn't work. I think that's why a series works so much better for that.
I love Willow, the movie.
What do you think about the series?
I there were parts of it I liked,
Okay.
and then there was the rest of it.
Somebody had said something about Beastmaster. Dude, I love Beastmaster. I felt like growing up, like Beastmaster is the He-Man movie we should have gotten. Like, if you watch that, and he's got like, you know, this big cat companion, and like all the adventure that he's doing in this like make-believe land and stuff, like that is what we should have got from a He-Man movie rather than the Earth bullshit, you know, whatever. It's really, I really enjoyed Beastmaster. So
I can't believe I forgot Prince of Thieves. That movie practically raised me for a summer.
that's a good one.
It was one of the last summers I didn't have to go to work with my stepdad. I would just be down in the basement playing with my like castle and pirate Legos, and I would just watch Prince of Thieves like on repeat all day, you know, because I didn't have cable down there and stuff. And I know a lot of people, again, I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I really like the Russell Crowe Robin Hood from like 2010, but not the one with.
Why would you remove his heart with a spoon, though, Jesse?
Because it's dull, you twit. It would hurt more.
That's right. All right, folks. Just a reminder, we are giving away a CarverCon t-shirt coming up in 50 some odd days. Hashtag light attire in honor of the lights from Brian Lynn and the tire flipping that Stacy Lynn was doing today. Yesterday. She was kicking some tire ass. So we got 39 on there. We got 42 watching. Let's try to get one more person on there. So hit that hashtag light attire if you haven't already.
I'm going to throw up two more things here. Chris points out Sir Gallivant. That is a fantastic show. Absolutely love that.
I have not heard of that. I need to add that. I've been agreeing with Chris a lot this weekend, so I'm going to write this down.
Hulu. It was 2 seasons. Unfortunately, there wasn't more, but that was great. There's the kind of Vikings like spoof knockoff on Netflix. Was it just called The Northmen or something like that?
Yeah, the comedy. Yeah, that's really good too.
It's almost like if Vikings was made by like the Office crew. Of course, Princess Bride, Labyrinth, Time Bandits.
So I go into the bathroom yesterday. I go like down here in the we have a bathroom attached to the living room. Went in the bathroom. I'm going to take a shit, and I hear the video game part of Princess Bride start playing in the background. And I had to like hurry up and finish to get done because I knew that Princess Bride was good just from hearing that, like where he's playing like the baseball game at the beginning of the movie, you know? And I just heard that part of it. And I'm like, you're playing Princess Bride, aren't you? And Darla's like, yeah. I'm like, I can tell from the video game sound. So
Centurion is awesome. With Michael Fassbender and Olga Kurylenko. That's a really cool movie. Lost Legion with Channing Tatum, not so much.
Okay.
Or no, The Eagle. Sorry, Sig. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. That one was rough.
Gotcha. Well, I definitely added a few to my list tonight, so that's cool. I didn't even know there was a Clive Owen King Arthur, so I got to check that out. Kingdom of Heaven and Sir Gallivant. So awesome.
Sir Gallivant is a musical show. It's like a funny show, you know, more along the lines of Shrek than.
I mean, Chris recommended it, and I've been agreeing with him a lot, so I'll still give it a try. So, Labyrinth I love Labyrinth. It's a good one.
And Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance was awesome.
Did the Red Sonja movie? I didn't see. Did that's already been out, right?
Yeah.
Was it any good?
I have no idea.
Okay, gotcha.
No,
sir,
just
Gallivant. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, the new one came out earlier this year.
Oh, I didn't even know they made a new
one. Centurion. Okay, I'll check that out too. What's that one about?
Michael Fassbender is like a Roman centurion, and like his whole like platoon or whatever legion gets like taken out in like North like Celtic lands, and it's pretty cool.
A lot of people saying the Red Sonja is not good. We got bad, super bad, really bad, sucks, and then we got very mid. It was okay. All right,
Alan,
that's the best review that we got. Was it's okay. So
I did see Mortal Kombat 2 this week. That was pretty fun.
I enjoyed that. It's got less story than the first one, in my opinion, but it's got a lot more of the one-on-one fighting. So if you want to see like those fight scenes from the video game brought to life on screen, it's got a lot of that. So yeah. All right, let's pull this CarverCon shirt. Don't forget CarverCon coming up. There's gonna be a lot of great folks there. You're gonna want to see that. So here we go. And we are landing on Dead Man 1. All right, Dead Man, reach out to Brian Lynn. He will get you all set up with your CarverCon t-shirt. So beautiful. Let me take that down. Brian says Red Sonja was so good that former Horseman made a character more relevant than it did. Okay. All right. Very cool. Jared, anything else that you got coming up that people should know about or be on the lookout for?
No, I'll post when I get the mousetrap shield. I'll post that in the Cabal. But other than that, I'm just excited for Legion's Con.
Very cool. So take a look at Beerman Photography on Instagram. You can see all the stuff that Jared's working on, and he does have some bird photos on there. You can check those out. If you're up in the Vermont area, hit him up. Maybe you can be a rover. Learn how to do some stuff.
Hang out in the woods.
Yeah, hang out in the woods. Find a cool stick. So, and then see him at Legion's Con. There's Jesse's. Man, I'm so jealous. You guys both have big giant sticks, and I got nothing. I'm gonna have to go out in the woods tomorrow. I do have a nice wooded area behind my house. Maybe I'll go find a stick tomorrow.
I got this at I think the Renaissance Fair, like right after graduation, before I went to college.
Oh, nice.
I wanted to make sure it was clear I didn't just find this in the woods and strip it and like shellac it or whatever. Like this was purchased.
Oh, well, that doesn't count as well. So, all right, Jared. Well, thank you for being on. We're gonna put you backstage. If you've got to run, we understand. If not, hang out, and we will be with you as soon as we close out the show.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate the time.
Yep. Thanks.
Hey, he's committed to this show first, freaks.
That's true. It is true.
Thad can wait.
Yep. Plus, I got to do a shirt change because I got to put on my hockey jersey with my Toy Hammer After Dark before. So it'll be a few minutes before I'm over there. So, Jesse, what you got going on? You got a sale. You want to talk a little bit about your sale going on?
Yeah. So there's just a couple customs. You can check it either on my page. The customs I put in the Cabal, I think. Just search for me. It's some stuff I've put up before, but I wanted to give people one last chance at it before I take them apart and make them into other things. Look. That's why I said I wanted to make sure, like, I didn't want to give people the wrong impression that I was some sort of like wood stick man, whatever. Also have some comic books and a couple of pops up. Most of the other stuff I hopefully will be taking to a toy shop, but if anybody's looking for some random stuff, look at my old posts. I might have some of it left, but yeah, a couple customs, some fodder, and some other stuff. Yeah, that's going on. I'm gearing up to start working on my projects that I will be debuting at CarverCon and hopefully at Legion's Con. Maybe I'll have enough done to tease on the 200th episode. I'm pretty excited about my plans for that. And I'm getting probed this week. So, hey,
there you go. Bring us some pictures.
Nope.
Bring us back something French. Don't forget, folks, you do have less than an hour. Time is ticking away. You got less than an hour to jump in on this pre-order. If you want the edging people or the or the gladiators.
God.
If you want to do some gladiator edging, you've got like 50 minutes. So get your orders in now. So,
and guess what? I said the name of that restaurant to coworkers and stuff this week and other people, and no one batted an eye. Just you.
Listen, I grew up in an Italian household. You know, you got to be quick. You got to be, you know, you hear things and you just, you know. What you got going on this week, Jesse?
Literally just had this conversation.
I mean, like, you got stuff on your show going on?
I mean, I'll be doing the whatever this is. You know, maybe I'll be, you know, clear and free enough tomorrow night if I'm not, you know, hovering over the toilet all night.
Oh,
maybe I'll finally try to get those next Lauren
the
Moores out.
Laura Moore. Gotcha.
Yeah. I think I have an idea for a rats, so I'll get another rats up there soon, and we got to get together and plan a since we can talk about we can do a Wednesday one shot maybe coming up for Mortal Kombat.
Sweet. Yeah, that'd be cool. I've got Toy Hammer After Dark after this. And then Wednesday be painting live, Mod Squad, as well as Art by Ackerman crossover. And then, you know, Friday, the whole weekend starts again with all the different shows that I'm on.
Make it a 3-way and go over here too.
We absolutely can. So,
I'm kidding.
Yeah. But yeah, join us for some painting on Wednesday. I've been, you know, I'm excited that I get to paint at least a couple times a week every week. And this week I got to paint 3 times with friends, which is the best way to paint. So,
Yes.
and I think that's about all I've got going on, but make sure that you're back here, not only next week, but for 200, we're going to have some awesome giveaways. If there's stuff that you're looking forward to on 200, whether it's certain guests, certain things that you would be hopeful for a giveaway. Once the video is over, once this live stream is over, throw it in the comments. We'll go back and check. We'll see what we can do. But we're hoping to make 200 pretty exciting. So, yeah.
Yes.
But next week is 197. What we got for next week?
Next week, we have Customizer. You can find him over on Instagram as Seijuro Hiko. We're going to have to talk about that because I want to know where that name came from. But we got Brian Ramos, Customizer, joining us next Sunday night. Another new guest for us, coming to join us to shoot the shelf about customs collecting and whatever else we can talk about.
I know Blake talks about him a lot. He's got a lot of custom parts from him and stuff that look fantastic. So that should be a lot of fun. So Jesse, I picked up quite a few different movies and shows and stuff from you that I'm gonna watch, but I need you to go and look up Melvin Fett, do some Melvin Fett research.
Okay.
He's only been in
Like
one
on YouTube
comic
or something?
book, so it shouldn't be a whole huge rabbit hole, but definitely check out Melvin Fett.
You're telling me to go read.
Yes, I am. Wow. It's got pictures though too. So
Cats are living with dogs.
And don't forget, folks, Legions Con is picking up. We're going to be Tuesday. We're going to go do the what is that? Medieval Times on Tuesday, and on the Monday after Legions Con, we're going to go find sticks behind G's house. We're going to go stick hunting. We're going to do some stripping at G's house. So, yeah, I mean, you know, you might miss the Medieval Times, but you can go stick hunting and stripping with us.
I have a stick.
You can always have another hold on. I know we got Jared backstage. Jared, I'm gonna bring you on stage for a second. I just don't want to catch you off guard, like, you know, have you like picking your nose or anything.
Oh,
so I'll bring you up. Can you have more than one stick?
Well, yeah, that's my second one, and I'll do more. Yeah, you can have multiple sticks.
See, Jesse. Thanks, Jared. We'll be right back with you. You can have more than one stick, Jesse. That's it.
Speaking of sticks, on Apple TV, Widow's Bay, a new horror kind of comedy series.
Widow's Bay. Okay.
Yeah, it feels kind of Stephen King-ish, but like Stephen King by way of Shrinking. Not. Okay. It just kind of has that. I don't know. It's interesting. It's weird. It's only a couple episodes in. New England island town. The mayor wants it to be like the next like Cape Cod destination place for people to go. And it's like a cursed island. So like all the locals are like, oh no, we're cursed. People don't come here. And and like creepy stuff starts happening. It's interesting.
Okay. Awesome. I think that's a show then.
So. It is. So until next time, folks.
What's on your shelf?
Shoot it.